All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I've had these fender protectors for 6 months. I hadn't taken them out and used them yet. Because actually, I hadn't been under the hood a whole lot on my Chevy here. Just haven't done a lot with it, but having put on valve covers, I decided it was time to put it to work. Let me give you a tour of my Gear Trust fender covers. All right, guys, these are my new Gear Trust fender covers. Now, these fender covers are just about the best thing I've ever used, best fender covers I've ever owned. Now, I will tell you, the first fender covers I had with my first 55 Chevy 40 plus years ago were mattress pads that my mother had in her sewing box. My mother would save old mattress pads and blankets and sheets and for various projects she was working on. Now, this is a set, a 3-piece set. You've got 2 fender covers and the center cover with the Gear Trust name on it. And it protects all 3 sides of the front of your car. And the material is heavy vinyl, and it's padded on the back side, so it's not going to mar your finish. It has each cover has several hooks and to use to secure it to the inside of your fender. But more importantly, it also, each section, each piece has magnets sewn into the hem of it, if you will, at the top of each piece. So right now I don't have either fender cover hooked, but I'm using the magnets to secure it to each fender, and it is secure. And I've been working on it for quite some time, several days with those fender covers, and they do a wonderful job of protecting your paint. Now, the paint isn't anything to write home about on my wagon here, but you know, you do want to avoid fresh damage. You know, you don't want it to scar it up too much, and you know, belt buckles are famous for that. And I certainly don't want to cause any damage to the paint, even though it's not fancy. I still don't want scratches to start rust, etc., etc. All right, the Gear Trust. I'll have a link to this product in the description, but it covers each fender well. Now, actually, and you can reposition them if you need, but they will not fall off your vehicle just because you've been laying on it or scooting around. They're a wonderful product, and again, you can hook them together, or you can use the magnets and hook them to to your fender, and just they'll hang there. They do a wonderful job. Now, 45 years ago, after the mattress pads, I ended up buying fender covers. I don't know, Kmart or some retailer. And fender covers back then, the fender covers I had didn't have magnets. You know, they might have the AC Delco logo or Valvoline or something on it, but they basically fit over the fender, and they were sewn with a kind of a flat spot on the top, and that was supposed to hold it, the cover in place. And the covers just, and they weren't bad for what they were, but you always had to be, there was always concern that it was going to slide off, or while you're working on it, your belt buckle would push the fender cover aside somewhere. So they were less than ideal, and there was no way to really attach it. There were no built-in straps, hooks, or magnets. Now, over here, you'll see that was one of my previous fender covers. And again, that would cover the fender, and it had 2 or 3 hooks where you could hook it to something inside the fender But those were very thin. It was basically was vinyl with a very, very thin foam backing. So it did little to actually protect. Now, you know, if you had a belt buckle on, it would keep scratches away. But it didn't offer near the type of protection that this system does. The Gear Trust really does a great job, and it's heavy. And those units, the fender cover and the center cover, they stay in place. Do a good job of staying in place. It was again, I bought it some months ago, and then when I had to tear into, thinking I was going to have to tear into the engine to retrieve a lost a threaded stud, I broke them out because I knew I was going to be leaning over the car on those three sides, and they stay without a hitch. Worked really, really well. Now they don't say snap on, and I kind of wish I'd gotten a cover other than black, but for the price and for what they are, they're a really good system. And I really like the fact it can cover the whole front end of your car, both fenders and the center, because invariably when you're messing with the car, you're going to have to lean over the grill. Now, nothing on the front of my 55 Chevy is painted, so it's not protecting any paint. But a lot of vehicles have a nose panel that's got paint, you know, or rubber or a plastic bumper cover or something. So, you know, you do want to protect that paint from scratches and other damage. Anyway, this has been a wonderful system. I love the magnets, and you stick it and it's there. I haven't had any trouble with it shifting out of the way. All right, so it's good thick vinyl and a backing that's thick, and they stay where you want to put it. And actually, it's been amazing how well they've worked. And it's the best. Again, this is the best fender cover system I've ever owned, and I don't know that I would compare it to tool truck quality fender covers, but for all I need, it certainly suits my needs at a reasonable price. All right, I'll have the Amazon link in the description below. It was well worth the money, and I kind of got my money's worth out of them this time because I was all over the engine on both sides and in the front, working to get the new valve covers installed. Anyway, I cannot complain, and it's been a good investment. It's a good investment because you can, and of course they're a good investment in protecting the paint from scratches and even dents. All right, guys, that's it from tonight here in the Shade Tree Garage. Take care.